Okay. Welcome everyone. You want an announcements for the C for a community call? C, can you confirm? Okay. Let me quickly do that for you. That's always the community call is live with then a nice link. Okay. Good. 65. Good, we can start. So if you all have questions, please ask them in the chat above. We'll start today with just a little overview. Yesterday we had like the announcement that we had this, that we have the turbo, tribe turbo thing live with Faye, which is nice. We can now use that to, for example, post OHM as collateral, and then mint Faye against that. Use, for example, the rewards that we get from that pool to pay contributors with, to do everything that actually we want to do, with then a 0% interest, which is quite nice. There was also some confusion around Parodius. I think in announcements we also went into that, so we do not mean for these pools to go away. It's just we will be winding down rewards for some pools with less volume, so it doesn't make sense to incentivize pools that are not being used, right? So we are going to really make it more efficient in how we're going to incentivize those pools to also attract liquidity to the places that we want liquidity. So for example, Phantom, like there's not much of activity for Geo on Phantom, so that's where we are really looking at that first. For example, we see on Avalanche still some activity, so we are going to keep that for the near future. We have the RFC and proposal to need also some input, so OIP 92. So OIP 92 is to whitelist Faye as a treasury asset. We've been talking a lot with Faye recently around multiple things. So also, for example, Tribe Turbo, as I just mentioned, of which an RFC is now on the forum as well. But Faye can be a very interesting asset to add. I think they're one of the most safe stable coins out there, over collateralized. They have a big community. They have a lot of ETH as well. Like ideologically, they're much aligned. I think we launched within 2 or 3 weeks from each other. Yeah, I think they're definitely an interesting project to be aligned with personally, and I would like to have everyone's opinion on that on the forum. Also, on another topic, we can now do cross-chain voting. So from every chain, you can vote for proposals now, which is quite nice. Also, on top of that, if you have your own in cOHM, you can now vote as well. So it's TGOHM, which is a nice improvement. I know a lot of you have OHM in cOHM. So yeah, definitely important to do. Why do we not have Fuse OHM yet? Basically because then we are having leaving ourselves open for like an attack factor, which is basically like looping your OHM all the time to get more governance power in that way. But yeah, that's the only reason why we have like quite some people now that have worked on this to make this possible, like cross-chain voting, DGO voting. It's not a super easy thing to do, but we figured out how to do it and are very happy that we can now offer this to everyone. And then last week we also funded, like we approved the Bera chain investment that we would do as well. So I know that some of you have a bear, right? Me as well. I'm here with my honorary bong bear. But yeah, that's also quite interesting news with some interesting names on board as investors there. And I think a lot of you think that Bera chain is like this meme or that it doesn't exist, but I can say for a fact that it is very much real. Okay, let me check the chat. What is mint and sync? I will have to put on someone with a bit more knowledge than me to explain that to the full degree. Let me see if I can see someone that would be able to pot it. You want to come in? I'll just already invite you if you want to explain mint and sync. I think you're a good person to explain it.
Sure. Where's, like, do we know the context of what the question is? It mentioned in the paper, or where do we hear about it?
Yeah. So Heya, if you can explain the context where you saw it, let us know. Don't see him yet. So in the meantime, is this the chat for the call? Yes, sir. If I crash, I expect some compensation. Nope. I was wondering whether you plan on canceling paper 2 given what happened to Ichi. Sir, Ichi is an entirely different model. It's definitely not the same. Ichi had a 1.3 million wall that they basically moved up every time someone just bought more than the wall minimum. So it was artificially moving it up. While we are definitely just holding our walls within a range based on a moving average. That's a very different concept. Our walls will be thick as fuck, as I would say. Exactly what Z answered there. The team's view on Zeus later paper release. What is realistic time we expect to have the wall implemented? Very good question, Turtleback. So basically, our devs are now in like this mode where we made them break up with all their girlfriends. We made them just try to live on like vitamins and like Red Bull. That's basically their dinner now. And so the full focus of the team, basically of our star-studded developer team, is basically now to get that paper's vision into code, right? It's already being developed, which is cool. So I saw, like, I was workshopping with them the other day, and they're definitely already like writing the contracts and so on, which is kind of exciting. And we try to have this implemented in the coming weeks. But again, this needs to be audited. It's 1 second. So yeah, it's being that would have to be audited because it's quite a pivotal part, right, of the entire protocol. So we want to make sure that it's definitely super safe when we deploy. But it's being worked on right now. Governance is heating up. Yes, indeed, it's heating up. We saw a big participation of some of like this one big whale, 350k ohm, I think. For example, for grants, for other things as well, which was yeah, to be honest, kind of exciting to see. 350k is, I think, 12 million's worth of ohm, so he's a big whale. So yeah, who knows? Maybe it spotted Meteor on the stage. That's why I leave him on here. Let's see.
I can answer the mint and sync. I can answer the mint and sync question. So in order to stabilize the market cap, so that we don't, like, there's always been this accusation that people sell rebases from the rewards, which it doesn't happen as long as there's bond revenue that like cause the price to fall as much as the same percent of supply increase, right? So if supply goes up by 1%, price should fall 1%, right? So as long as we're selling bonds that cause that to happen, there's no reason for anyone to sell rebases. So we make sure that we don't sell too many bonds, like, for that main reason. The way that we do, like, the reason that we're doing LP bonds is that, if a new buyer comes in, great, that's more money for us. But assuming that there's not a really high demand, the LP bond effectively lowers the price with no impact on backing, right? We make sure that we don't allow people to sell rebases, and we make sure that backing stays stable. If we didn't do that, we'd be losing backing. People would just be selling them into the pool and taking the assets out, and backing would be going down. The thing about doing LP bonds is that they're a slight discount, right? We're basically paying people to do this for us. There are other approaches that we're looking into to make it so that we're doing that as more of a direct market action. So we would tie it in with a rebase, where that price would fall automatically, rather than through bonds, which are kind of more fuzzy, is the idea there.
Okay, I hope that answered the question. Sir, can you confirm?
So we'll see.
Good. Thank you, sir, for answering that. Let's see if there are new questions. Is this the chat for trying to make Turtle laugh? Yes, sir. Can we discuss expectation for bonding revenue? Appears to be diminishing by the day, and with cOHM up but ohm reaching new lows. How does this fit in? I get prices low. You made me laugh. Thank you, sir. So yeah, bond revenue. So with the paper, right, that was released earlier, I think this goes a bit hand in hand with getting the premium back. So if the premium is back, we can actually sell much more bonds than before. We are working with some protocols now, and this is a bit of alpha to significantly start holding ohm as assets. Like I'm going to say it like that, which should help with keeping the price more stable in a sense, or more stable above premium, I would say, which can then increase bond revenue again. But again, we don't want these times anymore, at least for now, where we had like 20 million bonds a day. You don't need to expect that to be happening anytime soon. I think we want slow and controlled growth, which is sustainable in the end. I'm right on that, right, Bodit? You as a honorary policy manager.
Yeah, and what I was saying is that even if we did turn on bonds, let's say that we really wanted to turn on bonds, we would drop price because it's like there's not enough demand, so it's likely that people are going to sell ohm in order to buy bonds, which would drive price down and then increase backing as well. And once that happens enough, we end up being underwater, where we're under backing, under liquid backing in particular is what matters for this, because when we do that, then we turn on inverse bonds, right? And then we would just be reversing what we did with our bonds, right? We would be losing backing but raising price. So, like, we can turn on bonds, but in the absence of demand, they sort of don't do a whole lot.
Okay, that's definitely true. Thank you.
It's no fun. It's just, yeah, we would love to turn on bonds, and we watch for a bunch of different measures of whether there is like money net like entering the system, and there's an ebb and flow
and I believe in the currency. I just want to be able to read up and know how to use all the new features. And I just wanted to know, is there a place where I can go to access that?
Yeah, so I think in the documentation that should be there. If someone can link him, sirs, then we can make that right. See, someone already did. I think if you go to the chat above, you can see it. Yeah.
Keep up. I like all the changes and everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, we are very active today. After last week where everyone was very quiet and I was sitting in some type of a very noisy environment. Very nice to see the change. Let's see. Any more questions? Why no reveal partners that are going to hold Ohm and Jason just going to leak it during Twitter Spaces later? I don't know if what Jason's going to leak, but no idea. The USD price hasn't fluctuated in a month. Is Oracle legit? What do you mean there, sir? And I would use a treasury dashboard, by the way. I don't know if this is the correct one that you linked, Leonidas. We have like this treasury tab on the website that should be better. Or Klima, yes. Okay, wow, a lot of people typing. Did you say that Tribe Turbo would get a loan on our Ohm at 0%? No, sir. It means that in Tribe Turbo you can deposit collateral and mint Fay at 0% against that. So they can do anything with it Ohm. It's basically you yourself provide an asset that they mint Fay against. Again, sir, like I commented on the article, we are looking at it. It's nothing serious, at least what we consider it. We are in our own clear there. Not going to comment further on it. Can we do a pizza party? No, because then people with guns will show up looking for a basement. What steps will the DAO be taking to protect against market downturn if TradFi goes full bear? I think, as I said, right, like we are in a nice position protected against the bear. I know Sam from Frax always says that bear market is like a stable market, but I would like to say stable plus O market because yeah, we are very, very well protected against that. Okay, thank you, Z, for addressing. Is Ohm still collaborating projects on the AVAX chain? TokenMax is seed specific. Any options apart from Trader Joe's pool? As said, right, we are only actively chasing partnerships that would directly benefit us. I think in the past we were a bit too distracted with like, oh, this might in the long term benefit us, but now we're really focusing on making sure that Ohm will become this reserve currency. And we are heavily and aggressively going after these partnerships that will take us there. So if there is a project on AVAX that will be able to do that, then we'll definitely collaborate. But for the moment, I'm not aware of anything. Homer, what kind of turtle are you? This affects our pool beach party planning. Yeah, I'm the kind of turtle that goes well with pools, beach, and like cocktails. So that's the type of turtle I am. Okay. What about bonding revenue outlook? Very difficult to predict, sir. So some guys here fighting all the time. Do you have a WinRAR license? No, I downloaded from LimeWire, sir. Okay. When is the paper going live? As said, we're building very heavily on the contracts. Some people would like to get a room with each other. That's very nice. Okay, I got caught up. Yeah, LimeWire is an OG, right? Like, where was the time where you could download LimeWire Pro from LimeWire itself? I mean, it's amazing.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
How do you stake your GeoHome?
How do you stake your GeoHome? That's a very good question. You stake it on Tokamak, actually, non-ironically. So you just put it there and earn, I think, 7% APR. If that's enough, I hope. Okay, let's see. Are you a girl, Z? What the fuck? Wally? You don't ask that to a lady, you know?
I can be if you want, Shreddy.
Damn, these community calls, they get rowdy. I like it. Okay. I know everyone wants you to be girls, so maybe you should exchange with Homeward, and then he can finally put off his voice changer. Oh, did I now dox Homeward as a boy? Shit. Sorry, Homeward. We have one more surprise for the end of the call. I know that Pikachu is going to sing. He's been practicing for, I think, the entire week, so I'm looking forward to that. So if someone still has a question, please put up your hand or ask them in the chat, and else I will pull up Pikachu. Let's see. When will Ohm sink as Moskva warship? It didn't sink, right? Like, it got towed back to the harbor, apparently, so it'll be like that ship. It will be rebuilt and rise again. No political statement there. Is there a way that I can delete this community call from my memory? Yes, you need to eat 5 Tide Pods, sir. How will pool force shenanigans affect or DAI? It won't. DAI has like literal billions in liquidity. Yeah, no, it's not true. Doors or wheels? I don't know what that question is. Sorry, can you specify? Is there a way? Again, I regret that. Are there more doors or wheels in the world? I would say there are more. It's a good question. Doors, I think. No, wheels. Like a lot of hot countries don't even have doors, right? Yeah, wheels. Foreign policy and economic chat. No, that's not. Are birds real, and why is the answer no? Have you ever seen a bird in real life? I didn't, so birds aren't real. Would you rather find...
Can you expand on this? A lot of hot countries don't even have doors.
Sir, I went to Africa for like quite a few times, and I saw no doors in most of these houses. They like had these curtains. So, but they all had bikes, you know, and like those have wheels, and Africa is big, so that's my logic there. I would 100% rather fight 10 duck-sized horses. Like, one horse-sized duck is frightening to me. Okay, is this gonna be a meme? I don't want this. Okay, good. Pikachu, do you want to come on stage, or someone else still has a question? How many school-sized children could you take on before being... So you're the second person that asked me this. Indigo asked me this earlier this week as well. I said 13, because what you do basically is you grab one of the kids, and you just start swinging around, you know? Like, so you start wreaking havoc, but before they can grab like your legs or something. So I think 13 kids I could take out before I'm overpowered. Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you were... No, I'm not going to read this out loud. Fuck you, Shadwick. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know. No, Coinesk is going to write about this as well, aren't they? The calls recordings. Okay, guys. Yeah, we're going to delete the chat afterwards. This is one of the most degen community calls we've had in a while. I like it. I like it. Good. Good. Okay, Pikachu. Yeah, this call's recorded. Go ahead, sir.
Shit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna sing that.
Come on, you're Alan anyway. Like.
I have just one question.
Yes.
Does your offer still stand?
My offer still stands.
Yeah? Alright then.
Of course.
Then I will do my best. Alright, I can't sing that much. I'm not that very good, but I will put a lot of effort in it. So please close your ears. Here we go. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my request, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Teach Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon is you and me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Our total pullers too. You teach me and I teach you. Pokemon, you gotta catch them all. It's not done yet, guys. It's not done. A challenge along the way. With courage, I will face. I will battle every day to claim my rightful place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. Arm in arm, doing the fight. It's always been a dream. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. I know it's my dream. Oh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, we gotta catch them all. Our castle full of true. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Alright.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not done yet, guys.
Come on, you can do it.
Yep. Here we go. Gonna catch them all. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend. In the world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Our character follows through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Pokemon. So that was it, guys.
Holy shit. Okay, you definitely deserve that O. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. I hope everyone enjoyed that as much as I did. Like for the first 30 minutes, I think I cried together my entire build. So 30 seconds. Thank you very much for practicing. The offer still stands for everyone that wants to do this as well next week. If you send me the song, I can quote you the amount of home you can get for that. And we can go from there. Thanks everyone for joining this call. It was amazing. Like I really like this one. Like this is the spirit that we need to get back, right? Like this, everyone is just with friends here. We're trying to all make the best of it, and no shame. I like that as well. It's been a while. So thank you very much, and see you all next week. Bye.
Maybe we can do a karaoke call sometime.
Oh, good idea, good idea.
Yeah.
Yes, you can host it.
Do you want me to host it?
Definitely.
Yeah, you can
Good.
hit me up.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye.